very, very important to prepare, get ready for your workout, get the blood flowing and raise the heart rate. Be the best you can be. Let's absolutely smash this 21-day challenge. So guys, welcome back, and this is the flexibility section. I'm joined by the Herbalife team behind me. Now, first off, I want to tell you why I think flexibility is so important. Obviously, I come from a gymnastics background where one of the main keys is being mobile, being flexible to get into the positions that we get into. And I know there's a lot of negativity sometimes behind it, whether it's boring, whether you think it's not useful for yourselves. And I promise you, I've made it a specific day in this 21-day challenge because of how important I value it, particularly in my life, my sport. And I'm telling you, after this session, the way you will feel is incredible. You know, we're getting the blood flowing, we're loosening up everything, and just day-to-day life, the positions that you want to get in. So if you are more mobile, flexible, day-to-day life will just be tons and tons easier. And again, it's your attitude, like we said in the mindset. Make it a choice to value your flexibility and mobility. Right, team? Let's get into it. So guys, we're gonna go from head to foot, and we're just gonna start bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Now, these are all static positions, so we want the time, and I would say you wanna be holding, maybe not we're gonna do it now, but you wanna be holding these positions for at least 30 seconds to really get the blood flowing, changing the tissues. Just to add a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring your hand across and just pull it. You should be able to feel it through your trap. And we're gonna switch sides. Again, just start normal. Again, I will add that little bit more of an enhanced stretch. You feel it all the way down to your shoulder, through your neck. And we're just going to do the same, looking down, looking towards the floor. Just feel it pull down the back of the neck. And like we said, only if you need to, just add a little bit more pressure. Go, and finally, towards the ceiling. As far as you can go. Again, this is all at your pace. If you want to follow with me, we're going to give you the basics of the exercises to do, and if you want to do them for 60 seconds, 90 seconds, you can do in your own time. So we move on to the shoulders. We're going to start just crossing your body and really holding that position. You should feel your delt really, really stretching, keeping the body square forwards. I'll have a swing, and then we'll just go the other side. And another fantastic exercise. So if we're going to go our hands behind the back, we're going to clasp the fingers like so, and we're just going to endeavour to lift the hands as high as you possibly can. If you can stay there, that's absolutely fine. If you can't clasp your hands, just hold them there, but we're going to get a stretch through the front. So endeavour to go 90 degrees, that'd be brilliant. Just going to go through the chest and through the front of the shoulders. So next shoulder, we're going to go onto our knees. So we're going to hands out, and we're just going to go stretching as low as we possibly can, endeavouring to put the front of the shoulders onto the floor. It's called the child's pose. And again, staying there around 30 to 60 seconds. You feel a nice stretch through the shoulder. This is really hurting our knees. And then next, we're going to go through the front of the pecs. So we're just going to start in like all hands and knees. We're going to put our right hand out to the side and just again endeavouring to put that shoulder on the floor as far as you possibly can go. Elbow straight. You feel a nice stretch through the pec, front of the shoulder. Again, back to position, the other side. Lovely, lovely. We're going to move down to the core and the lower back. So we're just going to go into a plank position, and then we're going to have our legs fully out, stretch. So we're basically sitting up, like so. You should be able to feel a stretch through the lower back and the stomach, really. You know, if you've done all those core circuits, your stomach might be sore, you feel a nice stretch through the stomach. You'll feel that. So I would implore you now, so if you can, only go at your pace. We're going to press up position, and again, just go as high as you possibly can. You get a nice stretch through the lower back and stomach again. This one's a little more challenging. If you need to stay on the elbows, you can do. So next, same on the lower back, we're just going to go on our side. It's the same thing, arms straight if you can. If you need to, just have your elbow on the floor. You should feel a stretch to the lower back and side. If you can, straight arm, one in front, and then legs straight out behind you. It's another fantastic stretch through the side. You should be able to feel it. If you can move your ear over to the opposite shoulder. Inhale to stretch a little more. And again, same on the other side, and just switch sides. Okay, so back up onto the feet. We're almost sticking with the lower back, but we're going to involve some hamstrings as well. So we're just going to go feet slightly apart, and then the first, we're going to do the fold down to the floor. Now, if again, at your pace, if you can touch the floor, fantastic. If you can only touch your knees, again, it's absolutely fine. But I'm going to endeavour to put my elbows all the way to the floor. I'm going to go down and hold that for around 30 seconds, so just as low as you possibly can go. Pretty good, we're all pretty good. Oh, I'm just about to touch the floor. That's another fantastic stretch. So we're going to do the same, but we're just going to go over one leg. So 2 hands over the feet if you can touch the floor. If not, just touching your knee, that's absolutely fine. Just going to enhance the single leg stretch. You should feel it through the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, guys, and your lower back should all be working. Again, I'm just going to walk over and move over to the other knee, the other foot. Brilliant. So same stretch now, but we're going to be seated. So sitting down, again, legs around 90-degree angle, so you should see 90-degree angle in your legs. And again, team, it's important that we go as far as we possibly can. We're going to put the hands down, and we're just going to slowly slide them forwards. The goal again is to be completely flat, stomach on the floor. Mine looks slightly different to the team behind me. Again, a fantastic hamstring stretch, and we're really bringing in the groins into play as well here. And again, so we start back up. I'm going to put the opposite arm to opposite leg, but it's important it goes over our head. I don't want it to come forward because I really want to get the side involved. So endeavouring to touch that foot behind our heads, just again as far as you possibly can go. You should feel the hamstring and the lower back. And other side. So guys, same again. We're going to bring our feet forward. So, same rules apply, just literally as far as you can go. I'm going to endeavour to put my hands over my feet. If not, just as far down the knees you can, so we're going to just go pike forward. It should be really enhanced through the backs of the knees. You know, very, very challenging stretch. It's important to hold where you feel comfortable. You do want to feel a stretch. You know, this is important. It's not so much very, very painful, but a little bit of pain is important because you are into the position where your muscles aren't used to, as long as it's safe. And relax. So, we're going to move on to the hips now. So onto your knees. We'll go left foot forward first. Again at a 90-degree angle. We're going to put both our hands on our knee and just go down again as far as we possibly can. Just feel a nice stretch through the hip flexor. Again, to make it slightly challenging, only if you can. Bring the same arm up. Really stretch as far towards the ceiling as you possibly can. And swap legs. Opposite leg, just go down again, both hands on the knee. Get this hip as far to the floor as you possibly can. And team, we'll go reach the ceiling, reach. Yes. Brilliant. So now we're going to have a stretch through the glutes and the legs again. So we're going to go sitting like cross-legged, feet together like we were at school. And then the goal is to get the knees as close to the floor as you possibly can. And just a back up straight. Again, to apply pressure if you need to, you can just slowly push it down. It's probably not normal like I am to be having my knees on the floor. That's absolutely fine, you should be able to feel it. Brilliant, so we're going to have now our left leg straight out and keeping this right leg in the tuck position. This is going to really stretch our glute, and what we're going to do is we're just going to lean over that knee. far as you possibly can go again. Again, like, I can lay all the way down onto my knee. And you should be able to feel that through the glute. It's a fantastic stretch. And the same the other side. Here, Adam. There we go. And same, right, staying seated. We need to do the quads, so we're gonna go from the straddle position, leaning back this time. We're gonna tuck the right leg underneath. You should be able to feel a nice stretch through the quad. Again, to make it slightly higher, you can lean slightly backwards, then take some pressure through your arms. Incredible exercise. Do this through the hip flexor as well. And change legs, same again. Lovely jubbly. Wonderful, and we've just got the calves and the ankles left, so the final exercise, we're just gonna go in front support. I'll go side to demonstrate. We're gonna go feet as flat as you possibly can. Your bum wants to be slightly higher to apply more pressure to the ankles, and you're endeavouring to put your heel on the floor. You should really feel a nice stretch through the back of the knee and the calf. Hold in there. And switch legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There you have it, team, the flexibility section. Hopefully now you feel a little bit looser, you feel more ready for your day, the blood is flowing. That is your flexibility session. I'm incorporating this in my day-to-day routine, and you can. All these products taste absolutely incredible. So again, getting that in your daily routine is important, and it's all about creating, again, healthy habits over these next 21 days.